What good YouTube? It's your boy Super Jason. Welcome on with everything you need to know about character in Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. Today we're gonna be talking about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Because like it's a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is like the best one out of all the Gogetas in there though too. I don't know about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta though, but yeah, we'll get to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta later down the series though. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about everything you need to know about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. This is my third recording attempt though too, because like I said though, my mom literally came into the house yesterday though, so I'm redoing it again, and hopefully this one won't be as long. This one won't be as long as well though too. My first recording was long though. The second one was like kind of long still, so we're gonna reduce the yapping. But anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe though, and this is everything you need to know about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Now let's talk. Now let's start off by talking about his little defensive move called the Star Barrier or Stardust Barrier, I think, or yeah, or Stardust Barrier, I think. So now this barrier is a defensive move where he'll like do like a little slash move though with his left arm where though, and it's basically like a shield or a barrier. And when your opponent is using Gogeta and he uses this barrier right though, if you try to before you use a command mail wave or a rushing attack though, you will not do no damage. So basically, what this barrier will do, it'll basically like erase any regular attack though, pretty much though, like any beam attack, any rushing attack, even. And you could also get this barrier can also when as Gogeta can get you out of combos as well though, like if in literally in the literally in the middle of devastating combos. What makes it his Stardust barrier, or I'm sorry, his star barrier or whatever his barrier move is that it only costs one fucking skill point. Meaning your opponent, if they're using Gogeta and if your opponent is using Gogeta and he's very high skilled, just like my buddy, you're gonna get bitch slapped by this barrier quite a bit though, trying to combo your opponent though too. This like I said before though, this barrier move will basically like stop any beam attack damage from the character or at the character, and it can also stop a rushing attack as well though too. Now, if you try to do a rushing attack right when your opponent does this barrier though too, your characters are gonna get bounced back, like it's wondering like what the fuck just happened, like that one Will Smith meme where though when he's looking back and forth all directions or whatever though. Also though too, so how this animation works is that Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, when he activates his barrier, he'll basically like bitch slap your ass from across his face though, like a pit named Slickback trying to get one of his hoes straightened up though. This is probably like one of the, in my opinion, this is probably the most unbroken, like, or no, broken. This is one of the most broken defensive barriers, because you know how Android 17 got a barrier, Android 18 got a barrier, Tapion got a barrier. At least those are delayed. You can't really punish Gogeta when he uses this barrier too, because if you try to go for another rushing attack, that shit will not work. Because I tried to do that shit in Battle 20, and yeah, I just look like an idiot. Apparently, when Gogeta uses barrier, he's only stuck in that animation for like a second. So yeah, this barrier can erase any damage, and it also can erase damage even when you're not activating the barrier right away. If you're taking damage while you're getting hit by a beam where though, all you gotta do is just click the button or wherever though too, and all that, and you just basically take reduced damage, and you don't have to take all the damage. This barrier is a broken move. It's a broken defensive move, probably one of the best in the game. Now let's talk about it. Now he also has an instant transmission, which Gogeta can rake you from behind though. Like if your opponent uses instant transmission, you're pretty much kind of fucked though too, because Gogeta is also a comboing type character too. He does high damage as well, which can hurt which can hurt. Like Gogeta is a bit of a he's annoying. Gogeta is just straight up annoying. Like I said, I do not like fighting against this character too. Like I said, I fight against my buddy though. He uses Gogeta quite a bit though. Fighting against Gogeta is like trying to get a freaking bee's nest from out of your house though. I'd rather rub my balls on a on a pile of cactus than freaking deal with fighting against this character ever again. This character is like there's a lot to talk about about this character too. We're like halfway. Now let's talk about he has a range attack. Now let's talk about his Stardust Breaker or Blaster. You can call it a breaker, but in the game it's called Stardust Blaster. Now, Stardust Breaker or slash Blaster can do around 9,000, 11,000 damage. And basically what this range attack does is basically like in the Dragon Ball Janemba movie and the Dragon Ball Super Broly, he'll throw a Stardust breaker at you, which is like a rainbow type sparkly ball, which is like which basically does like the same damage as like a spirit bomb. Because if you guys don't know, because if you guys don't know, the Stardust breaker can erase any evil opponent if they're 100% evil. It can also do devastating damage though too if your opponent is not fully even if they're not fully evil. Like when Gogeta did this move against Broly in Super. Basically though in the game though too, what Gogeta will do, he'll summon a Stardust Breaker from his hand though, and he'll chuck it at you like he's a professional baseball in the MLB league or wherever though. Like someone might as well just sign his ass up. Now the thing is, I'm not gonna lie though, in my opinion, I think this is one of the most dangerous moves that he has of this character. Because in my opinion though too, the Stardust Breaker, when your opponent is playing as Gogeta and he activates this attack, Gogeta will chuck that shit so incredibly fast, it's hard to fucking dodge it. Like, it's hard to, like, get out the way as soon as possible. Because the moment Gogeta throws this at you though too, your character's already been hit because he throws it incredibly fucking fast. This is a very very fast projectile move. Now the good thing about this though too is if your opponent misses though when playing Gogeta, you can punish their ass though with a Kamehameha wave or any attack though, as they'll be stuck in the animation for like a while though too, like literally in a baseball pitching animation though too. It kind of looks hilarious though too, but yeah. Now the thing what I hate about this Stardust Breaker that can be annoying to not just me, but for all these online players though too who are not aware that when you're playing online or DP, you're going to be facing a lot of Gogeta players. You're going to be facing a lot of Jiren players. You're going to face a lot of Vegito. You're going to face a lot of Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. You're going to face against this character a lot online in single DP in single battles or DP. You're going to face against this character a lot. This is the whole point of the video as well though, of my series, is that you're going to be facing these characters a lot if you're playing DP battles or singles. Now, the Stardust Breaker, what makes it dangerous is that at first, when he throws this shit, I never thought I didn't know if you can actually see it because he chucks the Stardust Breaker so incredibly fast, but you can actually see the Stardust Breaker coming towards you for like a split second. It's hard to see because Gogeta throws it so incredibly fast. Nobody talks about this move. This is one of the most dangerous moves that Gogeta has, probably. Like one of the trickiest moves to go against though. Now the Stardust Breaker, you can Z counter from it though, but it's incredibly hard. I'm like very good at this game though. Even I can't. It's hard for me to Z counter from the Stardust Breaker. You're gonna get hit by that. And how you can get hit by that, if your opponent knocks you off though in a vanish battle and he uses this range attack, you're going to guarantee get hit by it. The best way to the Z counter successfully is to literally possibly guess, because he throws it incredibly fast. Like, you know how in moves though, in a lot of pretty much almost 90% all moves in this game, though, you can see the beam about to hit your character. Well, when it comes to Gogeta Stardust Breaker, you literally cannot hardly see it at all. So you literally got to guess it. You can see, the only thing you can see and if you do see it, you only see it for like a split second. You'll see a glowing round ball coming towards you. And by the time you see it, though, you are already probably gonna get hit by that shit. Now, this shit does around 9,000 to 11,000 damage, and also Gogeta can chuck this shit incredibly far. So if you're far away, though, still dodge out the fucking way. Don't. What are you doing? Like, Gogeta can throw this shit across the whole entire goddamn map. So yeah. Now this starter's breaker can also, it when it hits you, though, your character will take explosion damage. But yeah. Now for his rushing attack, his rushing attack is called the immediate explosion, which isn't like like I said, one of the most badass rushing attacks in the game, where he'll punch you. If you get hit with this, he'll punch you and then he'll lift you up in the air with his arms, and he'll lift you and he'll basically raise his arms like he's in a church. Like he's a church song leader, though, too, trying to go all out with a song before the pastor comes up for the message. He also, now for his final attack, his final sparking attack is the ultimate Kamehameha, which does around 21 to 27,000 damage. If boosted, it will do 27,000 damage. That is slightly more powerful than Jiren's Omega Overheating Blast of his sparking attack. Because if you guys go back in my Jiren video, Jiren's Omega Overheating Blast does around 20 to 26,000. Freaking Gogeta's final attack does around 21 to 27,000. Now, it's blockable. It is blockable, but if you get hit with this shit, you're kind of fucking screwed. You're screwed. Be a smart person and just block that shit. I promise y'all. Don't try to Z counter. Don't try to fucking dodge. Just block this shit, because this shit does a lot of damage. But yeah, but well, I want to go back to the meteor explosion, though, too. When Gogeta, before he rush attacks you, he'll basically say, "Have a taste of this," which is one of the most badass lines ever in the game as well. But yeah, this is everything you need to know about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, though, too. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though, too. Like I said, I reduced the amount of yapping, but to let y'all know, I see Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, in my opinion, he's a very annoying character. I don't think he's as annoying but he's not like as annoying as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which we'll talk about eventually. But anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, though. And see you guys in the next video.